Welcome to this band strength workout that's going to focus on your pulling muscles. So we're going to be focusing on your back and we're going to be focusing on your biceps. We're also going to finish with some core work. Now before you start this workout, make sure you've had a 2 or a 3 minute warm-up just to get your shoulders moving. The first exercise that we're going to do is a face pull. Now you can see my setup here, so I've got a door anchor set up at around eye level. For the face pull, that's what you're going to need. Now in terms of the band resistance, that's something you're going to have to play around with. So we've got 3 sets of 10 reps to complete with 45 seconds rest in between each one. Now the tempo wise is a 1-1-3. So let me demonstrate the exercise for you. So I can feel there's a bit of tension in the band. From this position here, make sure your core is nice and tight. Lift up your chest. Now, as you pull, look at the angle. So I'm pulling my hands just up around eye level. And then a 3-second return. So it's 1-1. So pull strong. Pause and squeeze. And then coming back. So this is an exercise that's working both your stabilizers in your shoulders, so your rotator cuff, and your upper back muscles as well. So 1-1-3. 10 reps, 45 seconds rest. If, because you've got the 5 bands, you think you can progress, with a band, it's all about intensity. So finding a 10 reps where you go, oh, you know, it's working really tough, and maybe your form would have deteriorated if you're to do, 2 or 3 reps more. So that's your first exercise. The second exercise is a horizontal row. Now, I could do this sat on the floor, so when my door anchor is down nice and low, but I'm going to do this one stood up. I want the palms facing inwards because I've got another pull workout for you that's going to change these variations. But for this one, we're going to do 3 sets of 12. The same tempo. So I'll go 1 in, pause, 3 return. Breathe in, brace, pull, pause, 3 return. Now this is, such a strong muscle. You're going to really want to make sure that you've got enough bands to give you that good resistance. I can always step further back to increase how hard I'm working. Brilliant. So there is your second exercise. Again, tempo is the same, 45 seconds rest is the same. Lat pull down is your next exercise. So if I'm doing lat pull down, this is with a bent arm. I want the door anchor up above. Now, I want to get nice and low. My chest is lifted. From this position here, again, you want a little bit of tension and a little bit of engagement of your lats. So actively pull your shoulder blades slightly back. Now, from this position, we're going to work on an overhand grip, and you are going to pull the elbows back. 1-1-3 again. So 1, pause for another second, 3 return. Watch again. And you've got to learn to squeeze, intentionally squeeze the muscle you're working. So in this case, the lats. There, squeeze and contract them. And then bringing them back up. And that's, again, your 3 sets on your lat pull down. Your next exercise, so when you're using back exercises, you are using your forearms and your biceps. So we want to strengthen those as well. I'll just take the band out. So on this one, Bicep curl, I'm sure you've done them before. So I want to make sure that I've got just enough resistance. So I spread my legs nice and wide and just a little bit of tension. Now because unlike say a dumbbell, where you're probably all the way down, this one you just need to bring them forward a little bit just to start the tension. Elbows in, one up, squeeze, 3 seconds down. But don't fully lock out the arms on this one, just, you've still got a little bit of tension there. Pull, pause, and slow down. 10 reps, core nice and tight, lift that chest. And there are, so your 4 strength exercises for back and bicep. As we get back into the core exercises now, I want the door anchor at about hip height. Now, this is called an anti-rotation core exercise. Really important to add in to your overall kind of training. So what I'm doing here now is I want a bit of tension on the band, but I want my hips nice and square. I'm starting off on a 45-degree angle. I'm going to engage my glutes and engage my core, and I'm going to straighten up the band. So now my hips are facing forwards, and I'm stopping myself from turning. The timer is going to be 60 seconds, and I want you to do 1 on the left and then 1 on the right. You will feel your core, or other than your core, maybe your glutes working at the same time. So do 60 seconds on each side. And then to finish, all I want you to do is do 3 lots of 60-second planks with a 30-second rest. So your plank position, either it's on your knees or on your toes, belly button drawn in nice and tight. If you can't last the 60 seconds, drop to your knees. And then, like you said, you're doing 3 sets in total with a 30-second rest. Before you finish, if there's one stretch that you're really going to want to prioritize, before you finish, we're going to stretch out the lats. You can do this on a doorway. Place your hands on the door and then pop your chest through your hands and then hold that for 30 to 45 seconds. You might also want to stretch off your bicep. So if you put your hand on the wall and then open up your chest and do that for 30 seconds on both arms. And that is your strength workout. Let me know how you got on. Did you work hard or not? I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.